You're about to watch a courtroom video that will hit you right in the heart. Meet Kendrick McBride and Leslie Thomas, a couple struggling to feed their 10 children, who were caught taking food and personal items from Walmart. At first glance, it might seem like just another case of theft, but this story is far deeper. What happens next isn't just about the law, it's about compassion, understanding, and the power of grace. Judge Oakley presides over the hearing with a rare balance of authority and empathy. From the very start, you can see he notices the strain on this family, the worry in the mother's eyes, the weight of providing for 10 children, and the desperation that led them to make a poor decision. Instead of jumping straight to punishment, he listens. He asks questions. He acknowledges their struggle. And the response? Pure relief and emotion, as the mother realizes this judge isn't here just to punish. He's here to guide. Throughout the hearing, Judge Oakley goes beyond legal procedure. He connects the family with community resources, showing them that help is out there if they know where to look. He offers options that not only hold them accountable but also turn the experience into a learning opportunity for their older children, teaching them about responsibility, compassion, and making better choices even when life gets hard. And then, in a moment that will stay with you long after the video ends, Judge Oakley gives a small but powerful gift, a $20 bill, explaining it's a piece of his heart, a way for the mother to give somebody some grace. It's the kind of gesture that reminds you the law can be fair, firm, and yet deeply human. By the end, it's clear this case is about more than a $600 fine. It's about empathy, community, and understanding that stealing out of desperation is not the same as stealing out of selfishness. This video will make you laugh, cry, and leave you thinking about the real meaning of justice, kindness, and grace in our world today.
The co-defendants who have waived any conflict.
Sure, bring them up.
Why don't you guys come on up? Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Josh Hadley appearing on behalf of co-defendants Kendrick McBride and Leslie Thomas, who will be coming to the podium.
Good morning, folks.
I have advised Mr. McBride and Ms. Thomas of the right to have independent counsel represent them. They've been advised and have waived that and have asked for me to represent both of them and proceed.
Okay, true?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. And have you folks discussed your rights and options with Mr. Hadley?
Yes.
And have you discussed the policy of your rights and options? Are you each going to plead guilty to that charge today?
Yes.
Ma'am? And are you doing this freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Sir, how about you?
Yes.
Freely and voluntarily?
Yes. All right. And Your Honor, just for the record,
same incident date?
This is going to be a 771.1 as to Ms. Thomas. No priors. It'll be a 6-month delayed sentencing.
Yep.
Which we think there'll be no issues with this young lady.
Okay. All right. You want to voir dire for me?
Yes, sir. Date was
April 20.
On April 20th of 2024, Mr. McBride and Ms. Thomas, were you both at the Walmart in Van Buren Township, County of Wayne, State of Michigan?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. At that date and time, were you at the self-checkout counter, and did you fail to scan certain items, personal items that you had that day?
Yes.
Were those items food, personal use items?
Yes.
Okay. And did you fail to pay for those items before being stopped by loss prevention?
I'm satisfied.
I am too. If we can move into a very brief allocution whenever the court's ready to hear us.
Go ahead. I'm ready.
Your Honor, I tell you, this is a family of 10 kids. The items that were taken that day, they have both come in the most sincere, humble way and have explained to me what was going on and why. They don't excuse their behavior, but they were in a tough spot and made a decision that day that they obviously regret now. I've discussed with them what options may look like moving forward, obviously for assistance or help. And again, even some of the court's options with maybe converting fines into community service. This young lady's never been in, again, trouble before. The emotion that came over her today when she heard that she wasn't even going to jail, could still be there for their kids, was overwhelming. Just anecdotally, Mr. McBride asked to come in and take responsibility for the entire day. Again, loving father, they're in a tough spot, and I'm not, again, saying what happened was okay.
Yeah.
But we looked at the context of what was going on there that day,
Okay.
and We just ask that the court consider these factors when passing sentence for these two folks. And I swear I didn't mean to bring the Normal in for any sympathy or others. Just happened to be here.
You guys working?
Yeah.
Yes.
Both of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mom, where you work?
I'm self-employed. I have my own cleaning business.
Good,
Yes.
good. Residential and commercial?
Residential.
Okay, how about you, Dad?
I work for High Time Home Health Care.
Okay, that's the youngest.
She's
How old's the oldest?
She's second.
Second, you got one smaller than her?
Yeah.
How old's the oldest?
The oldest is 21.
Okay, right. They all at home?
No, he's somewhere off to college.
Good.
Some in high school.
Good,
Some in middle school.
okay.
Grade school.
So what was going on?
Just was running low on money.
We did review the items with Miss Manor and others. So
Yeah, they weren't stealing vodka.
there was no TVs, there was no items that would be resellable. They were all personal consumption.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Judge.
I'm sorry too. You know what I'm sorry about? The fact that you felt like that was your only option. So a bunch of stuff going in my head right now. First of all, you're not going to jail. Right, so just forget about that. Before you get out of this building, I want you to make contact with Mr. Taylor downstairs. Mr. Taylor is our community resource guy, okay? He's going to be able to give you some phone numbers, some pamphlets for some organizations that you should have in your toolbox,
Yes.
okay? 10 kids, things will probably be tight again, right? So let's avoid this kind of stuff,
Yes.
all right? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hit, well, first of all, either one of you got anything you want to tell me before I sentence you?
Again, I repent. I repent.
Mom, you don't even have to tell me. I can read your face. It's obvious as hell. Yeah. Anything else? All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna hit you both $300 for a total of $600. You've heard me say this. I think you've been in here. You can do that with money if you just figure out you can pay $50 a month, take care of whatever you want to do. You can do it with money if you want to. The other thing, and I'm going to guess that some of your kids know about this.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to suggest to you that maybe some of the other kids that don't know about it, maybe this is a good opportunity for you to teach the kids something.
Amen.
Okay? All right? So I'm happy to take your $600, but I want to make sure you understand that the other option is, and you can talk to Mr. Taylor about this as well. Instead of paying us $300, you can do some community service, charity work, document that to us. We'll apply it as money and close these files out. But that gives you as parents a chance to pick where you do your charity work and take some of the kids with you. She's not going, obviously, right? But some of the older kids, they can go with you. And maybe gives you a chance to have some family discussion about, look, everybody runs into tough spots, okay? You can take care of it one way, you can take care of it the right way. You didn't take care of it the right way.
Right.
Obviously, I'm not trying to rub salt in the wound. You guys know that, right? But I also understand sometimes when we're feeling under the gun, up against it, we just don't make good decisions, okay? So I want you to understand that's an option. Once again, for you guys might say, you know what, it's easier for us to find $600 than the time it's going to take to do it with community service. But you talk to Mr. Avery Taylor about that and you work it out that on you.
Yes,
Understood?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else?
I promise you it'll never happen.
I don't doubt that a bit. Not a bit. That's not even a concern for me.
Thank you.
All right. So you keep giving me little hints that you're a woman of faith.
I am.
So what happened to you two today, I would say was classified as grace.
Yes.
Would you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So here's what I think is really cool about grace. You can't keep it.
Right. It runs out.
You got to give it out.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the other, I'll sentence you to that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh,
Show somebody grace
amen.
today.
Thank you.
All right. Now, last thing, because this is going to make my tail wag. Come here. You can give somebody grace on me.
Oh my gosh.
This is a $25 gift card, your honor.
Oh, wow.
It ain't much.
No.
It ain't much, but it's a little piece of my heart. I hope you hear.
Thank you.
All right?
Thank you so much.
So good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, your honor.
You're welcome. What's that? Yeah, they're going to see Avery.
You are about to watch a courtroom story that will stay with you long after it ends. Kendrick McBride and Leslie Thomas, a couple struggling to provide for their 10 children, were caught taking food and personal items from Walmart. At first glance, this could seem like just another retail theft case, but what happens in this courtroom is far from ordinary. It's a story about hardship, compassion, and the human side of justice. The couple enters the courtroom, tense and nervous, carrying the weight of their daily struggles on their shoulders. The mother, Leslie, looks weary, the kind of exhaustion that only comes from fighting an uphill battle every single day. Kendrick stands beside her, trying to appear calm, but the stress of trying to feed a large family with very limited means is written all over his face. The judge, Judge Oakley, immediately notices the worry and desperation in their expressions. He doesn't rush to judgment. Instead, he listens. He asks questions not to challenge them, but to understand the full scope of their situation. As Kendrick and Leslie admit their guilt, their voices carry the weight of desperation. They explain that their actions were not motivated by greed or malice but by the harsh reality of providing for 10 children. They describe nights when they didn't know how they would put food on the table, moments when the pressure of responsibility felt overwhelming. It's a confession filled with raw honesty and vulnerability, and in that moment, the courtroom feels different. The case stops being about theft and starts being about survival, about the choices people make when life leaves them with no easy options. Judge Oakley doesn't respond with anger or condemnation. He speaks to them with empathy, acknowledging the difficult circumstances they are facing. He notes the obvious stress on the mother's face and the courage it must take to admit mistakes under the scrutiny of the law. His words aren't just procedural, they carry understanding. They carry humanity. And as he speaks, you can see a shift in the room. Leslie's eyes fill with tears, not from fear, but from relief that someone is seeing her struggle, someone is treating her not as a criminal, but as a human being facing extraordinary challenges. Throughout the hearing, Judge Oakley goes further than just passing judgment. He connects the couple with Mr. Taylor, a community resource specialist who provides them with phone numbers and information for organizations that can help with food, housing, and other urgent needs. The judge isn't just enforcing the law, he's opening doors for help and creating opportunities for the family to find support beyond the courtroom walls. It's a reminder that justice can coexist with kindness, that punishment doesn't have to be devoid of humanity. When it comes time to announce the sentence, there's a moment of tension. The judge imposes a $300 fine for each defendant, totaling $600. But instead of leaving them crushed by financial burden, he offers an alternative. The couple can perform community service or engage in charity work. This option isn't just a way to ease their immediate financial stress, it's a lesson. It's an opportunity for their older children to witness accountability and compassion at the same time, to learn how mistakes can be transformed into acts that help others and teach resilience. Judge Oakley speaks about grace. He explains that even in difficult moments, people can choose kindness, and that showing generosity and understanding can ripple outward into the world. He urges Kendrick and Leslie to take what they've learned in this courtroom and pay it forward, to show their children, and the community, that even mistakes can become lessons in empathy and humanity. It's a message that resonates far beyond the courtroom. It's about seeing the person behind the action, about understanding context, and about believing that people are capable of better choices when given support and guidance. And then comes a moment that is both simple and profound. Judge Oakley hands Leslie a $20 bill, explaining it's a small piece of his heart, a way to give someone else a little grace. It's not just money, it's a gesture of humanity, a tangible reminder that even small acts can carry enormous meaning. Leslie accepts it with tears in her eyes, realizing that what she took from the store in desperation can now be replaced by something far more powerful: hope, compassion, and the ability to help others in turn. Watching this hearing, you can't help but reflect on the true meaning of justice. This isn't about jail time or strict punishment, it's about understanding why people make certain choices, about providing support when life pushes them to the edge, and about encouraging them to turn hardship into opportunity. The balance that Judge Oakley strikes between accountability and empathy is remarkable. He holds Kendrick and Leslie responsible, but he also gives them tools to improve their situation and teaches their children invaluable lessons about morality, responsibility, and grace. The story leaves a lasting impression because it's about more than a single act of theft. It's about family, survival, and the human capacity for kindness in the face of hardship. It's about the difference between stealing out of desperation and stealing out of selfishness. It's about teaching the next generation to make better choices, even when the odds feel impossible. It's about showing that law and compassion are not mutually exclusive, that justice can be firm yet deeply human. Every moment of this hearing, from the couple's vulnerable admissions to the judge's heartwarming gesture, is a lesson in empathy, understanding, and the power of small acts to create meaningful change. And while the $600 fine may be part of the official record, the real story is in the lessons learned, the guidance given, and the humanity displayed in that courtroom. This is a story that will stay with you, reminding us all that even in the most challenging circumstances, there is room for grace, kindness, and hope.